Oh, Sarah, sorry, you caught me testing out my new beauty regimens here. But you're just in time for our staff spotlight. So, how are you doing this morning?
I'm good. You just caught me out of the shower. Oh my goodness. So embarrassing.
I know this stay-at-home thing is getting a little to us, but we're making the best of it. So, I have the privilege today of interviewing Miss Sarah Braun for our staff spotlight today. So I have a couple questions for you. So Sarah, my first question I have for you is please tell us your role at the TRP.
Oh, thank you, Felicia. My role at the TRP, I'm a program coordinator. You have probably heard from Mark that we both have the same job title and some similar job responsibilities. I am responsible for overseeing programs for individuals with developmental and intellectual disabilities. So, aqua fitness, mixed emotions dance troupe, all the kind of fun stuff that we get to do at the TRP. And then I help out with a lot of the other programs too, like aqua rehab and jaunts, because we all kind of share those responsibilities. I also serve as our inclusion coordinator. So I'm responsible for contacting families that sign up for programs in our youth sports and at our community centers and help them get the resources they need so those kiddos can be successful in programs too.
Excellent. Do you have a favorite program at the
Oh,
TRP?
that's a
I know
really hard
that's a
question.
tough question.
um, I have a couple. Can I have a couple favorites?
Sure.
Okay. Couple favorites. Mixed Emotions Dance Troupe. I love being able to spend time with our friends and groove to some music. And I love all of our outdoor adventure stuff. But one of my all-time favorites is the monthly Out on the Town dance. It is such a fun atmosphere. It's a huge group of people coming together once a month, and it's like you are visiting old friends again because you pick right back up where you were last month. And super duper fun to listen to Mike drum. It's like being at a rock concert, and everybody's just having a great time socializing with each other. So that one's definitely near and dear to my heart.
It sounds like you really like to do some dancing, Sarah.
I do.
Those
Especially
are
in
all
the shower.
solid. Yes. Yeah. So, Sarah, do you have a favorite memory
Ooh,
within the TRP?
a favorite memory within the TRP. Hmm, that's a tough one. That is definitely a tough one.
I know there's so many great moments. It's hard to pick one, but is there one that really stands out to you?
Hmm. Um, yes, yes, there is. It was as part of the adaptive water skiing program, and there was an individual who uses a wheelchair, and he got to use our sit ski, and he went around the lake, and his mom and dad couldn't believe that he could have the freedom to do this. And there was some challenges and some bumps around along the way of pull the rope, not pull the rope, but it allowed him the freedom to go fast. And they were so appreciative, and he keeps coming back summer after summer. But I think in that moment, it was just incredible for them to realize nothing holds him back because he can do this just like everybody else. There's been some pretty powerful adaptive water ski moments where it makes you kind of want to tear up, not because of the smells of the lake, but because of just how everybody is doing incredible things out there. And it just, yeah, that's probably my favorite one is when he was out there skiing around, and it just, they were in awe that he could do that. So.
There's some amazing moments at the water ski program for sure. Yes, it's an awesome program. Okay, one more TR related question for you. What got you into the field of therapeutic recreation? We all have a unique way that we found the field. What's yours?
Also, in a unique way, when I was in, I think I was in middle school, my grandpa was sick and he was in the hospital. and he started receiving services. He thought they were physical therapy. They might have been a mix of physical therapy and occupational therapy. And I loved what they were doing with him. I was like, they're helping people to help them learn to redress, and they're helping him walk and get in and out of a car. I could do that. So all through high school and when I first got into college, I thought, I'm going to be a physical therapist. I'm going to work with those people. I'm going to help them after they've had a stroke or an injury. And then I started volunteering for Special Olympics in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and I loved it. I was volunteering. We were doing swimming. We were doing cross-country skiing and snowshoeing because there's a lot of winter up there. And I got my first hands-on exposure to working with folks with developmental and intellectual disabilities and loved them. Immediately, I changed my major and I pursued therapeutic recreation, and I had an awesome advisor for a couple of years, and he connected me to working with all these different groups up there, and just said, this is what I want to do. I want to have fun with them, do programs that they find meaning and engagement in, and that we both can enjoy learning along the way. And I was hooked.
Awesome. Okay, now for some fun questions.
Okay.
If you could be any animal, what would you be?
Oh, I love this question. I would be a sloth because they hang around all day. They are slow. I'm very slow in the morning, hence why I'm still in my robe. And they're kind of goofy looking, hence, can you see my business here? And they're kind of funny. And so they don't have a care in the world. They're a little bit hairy, all that stuff. So I would definitely be a sloth.
A sloth. I did not know that about you, Sarah. That's awesome. Okay, our next question is, if you were not in the field of therapeutic recreation, what do you think you would be doing, or what would be your dream job?
Ooh. What would be my dream job if I was not in this field? Well, I really, really like what I do, so it's kind of hard to think of something else. Probably I would be some sort of a tour guide somewhere. I did that in college. I was a tour guide for Sulak's boat tours. So I'd probably go back to being a tour guide. I'd hop on the little bus and direct the group, this way, everybody. Yeah, that's probably what I would do is be a tour guide.
I could see you doing that. Next question is, this is probably hard because I know you've been a lot of cool places, but what is your favorite place you have vacationed?
Ooh, I love vacations. I don't have any planned, and that kind of bums me out because we can't travel. My favorite place that we've traveled to, I would say the most beautiful place I've been to is probably the Bahamas. We were in one of the smaller cays called Greater Exuma, and it's a small little island, and we got to meet so many of the locals, and that's what I really enjoy. And the water was this incredible blue, just unreal blue. And that's everywhere. It almost looks like it's fake. It could have been painted by Bob Ross. It looks so good. But that was probably one of the coolest places that we've been to. It was definitely the culture, and just the nature was just breathtaking.
Awesome. We all wish we could be there right now, I'm sure. Okay, next question is, if you could pick somebody to play you in a movie, who would that be?
Ooh, who would play me? Mark's answer was Liam Neeson. I didn't quite see the connection. Someone to play me in a movie. Probably Ellen. She's very funny. I would hope that she would help liven up my humor and stuff. And she has some good dance moves, and she likes to groove to the music. So, and she's blonde, So I'm gonna go with Ellen.
I liked it. speaking of movies and such, is there anything you're currently watching on Netflix or Hulu? Are you binge watching anything while we're in this stay-at-home phase in the evenings?
Hmm. You know, hmm. I've gone through a couple of different documentaries. I kind of get tied into those. Some of them are a little deep and a little dark, but not a whole lot. I would much rather be outside, especially because the weather is so gorgeous right now, that I've kind of just pushed the TV watching to the side, which I'm okay with. And I'd rather pick up my books too. So,
Oh, do you have a favorite book?
oh gosh, I
Or
love
maybe a
books.
type of book or like
Oh,
author. Maybe that's a
yes,
little more broad.
yes, because I love all kinds of books, but I think probably like the mystery whodunit type books. This is gonna make me sound older. Um, Agatha Christie is one of my favorite authors because she writes those kind of tongue-in-cheek whodunit mysteries, and they're always kind of makes your brain twist and turn to get to the logic at the end, and so I really like those.
Love it. Um, bonus question I have for you here.
Okay.
I have a couple bonus questions. Do you have a hidden talent? I'm asking because I really want to know.
Oh, do I have a hidden talent? Hmm, that's a good question. Um, Not that I'm aware of. I can nap an unusual amount if that's a hidden talent.
We'll,
um,
we'll go with that. Is there anything you used to do like in high school that people wouldn't have expected of you or
Probably. In high school, so I grew up on a farm, and it's a very small town. And so every once in a while, we would do Chinese fire drills in parking lots where you had to stop the car, everybody gets out, run around the car, and get back in. We did those a couple of times throughout just the high school parking lot because they were funny. Um, but nothing super duper crazy, you
and what
know.
else do you do in small town Michigan, right?
Right, right. I mean, we didn't tip cows because they were always sleeping down and they were laying down, so we didn't tip those. And you know, my dad owned cornfields, so we definitely didn't drive through those. I'd get in major trouble. But and I couldn't get in too much trouble because my uncle is the sheriff, and everybody would find out about it. But that's okay.
The good and the bad of small towns, I guess. Huh? Okay, Sarah, last question is what is your go-to midnight snack?
Ooh, go to midnight snack. Um,
If not midnight, what is your go-to snack?
okay, okay. Because usually I'm not up till midnight. I go to bed early. Because it's sleeping, going to bed at night is close to napping. So, if anybody knows me, it's chips. All kinds of chips. Doritos, Lay's, any flavor. I love them all. I have a couple in my office. I have a couple. I don't have them in my car, but I definitely have them all over at my house. So, chips.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yes.
Well, Sarah, thank you so much for answering some of our questions. And hopefully, everybody out there got to learn a little bit more about Sarah, got to see the real side of both of us here in all of our glory. But tune in next time. Our last spotlight will be later this week with Miss Hannah and Mark.
Woo-hoo!
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.